Hey everyone, it's Dr. Chuck back with another refrigerant checkup. We're well into spring and temperatures are warming up outside, so I want to take a minute or two to talk about how we're going to service all those existing R-22 air conditioners that are still installed out there in the field. We haven't installed new R-22 equipment since 2010, so all the equipment has some age on it. However, if you would want to continue to use R-22, it's still available. It's a little bit pricey, but that is certainly an option to continue on a business as usual case if that's your desire. On the other end of the spectrum, if the equipment is really at its end of life, certainly considering replacing that equipment with something new, more efficient is an option, although probably the more expensive option for your customer. That's something that also can be considered. But what do you want to do if you don't want to stay with R-22 and you're not ready for replacing the equipment? It still has some good lifetime. There are several options for replacement refrigerants that we can be used in place of R-22 in that R-22 equipment. Things like 407C has been around for a while, and performance-wise, that is right on the bullseye, probably the best match for R-22 in terms of capacity, energy efficiency. The downside to converting to 407C, obviously, is it requires a complete mineral oil change out to POE lubricant. And for a lot of the residential systems where it's not easy to access the oil, involves cutting out compressors, that can be a little bit of a pain and labor-intensive process. So there are a couple other options, things like MO99, 438A, new 22B, 422B, which at this point have been put into millions of systems. We call those mineral oil compatible. In many cases, no oil change is required at all, especially if it's closed coupled, light commercial, residential type systems. I will say that if it has trouble with oil return as it is, if it has some unusual piping or line set runs, and certain types of compressors have certain lubrication schemes where we would want to do a POE change even with those products, you should be aware of those. I will put a link here to our complete retrofit guideline. It kind of steps through all those things, considerations around oil management. But you really should consider something like MO99, new 22B, for those types of systems where it really excels, residential, light commercial. If you get anything more complicated, you want to talk to us about it, I will also put the 800 number here for our tech-to-tech support line. We have some great engineers and technicians who can talk you through your particular case, and we'll be glad to help you. So there is a fair amount of R-22 equipment still out there. Again, your options are continue to service R-22, replace the equipment, or probably most beneficial to your customer may be keeping that equipment running on another gas, a non-ozone depleting gas other than R-22. Thanks for checking out the video. As always, if you have any questions or topics you want me to cover in the world of refrigerants, I'll be glad to do it. And be safe out there. Have a great summer. Thanks.